Traditionally, corporations' procurement strategy has primarily focused on savings. But in a post-pandemic world, corporations are also factoring in other critical aspects into their programs, such as safety, sustainability, security, satisfaction, and savings. Is your hotel future ready?
Hello, my name is Martin Biermann and I'm the Chief Product Officer of the HRS Group. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to sustainable lodging and the Green Stay initiative. We probably all agree that throughout the COVID pandemic, we have seen a whole new momentum in the area of environmental sustainability. Most companies, and especially global corporates, meanwhile have committed to a net zero roadmap to achieve carbon neutrality even 10 years earlier than the Paris Agreement originally laid out. We also see a whole new industry emerging in green finance that is now worth trillions of dollars. But there's more to it, and there's in fact very tangible commercial pressure for corporates globally baked into this. First of all, in the area of allowances, offsetting and penalties, we are currently seeing an extreme and exponential growth of cost and prices for offsetting projects, for allowances that are traded, but also we see many jurisdictions looking to increase tremendously the penalties on exceeded emissions. On the other side, when companies are not able to achieve a tangible and verified net zero roadmap, then they risk to achieve a very low ESG rating, so everything around environment, social responsibility, and governance. And here we see the European Commission as one example of a jurisdiction, but also the international organization which finds banking standards, making these ESG ratings in the higher yields now mandatory for any financial investments, funds, and so on. So when we look at the corporate lodging category and especially at a room night, then we can see today an average price from offsetting allowances or penalties of approximately €2.50. And this figure is expected to grow probably around 110%, if not more, to approximately €5 or more per room night. And that is why we see this also to be the new top priority of our corporate customers. 88% of corporate decision makers require more transparency and sustainability measurement, as well as net zero, tangible and verified net zero roadmaps from their suppliers in the area of corporate travel, but ultimately also corporate lodging. And here they are challenged today in 4 areas. First of all, they lack the appropriate methodologies to map their internal net zero targets onto their suppliers in the very fragmented travel market. There is no real standard out there, especially in the lodging category with transient, long stay, meetings, and further segments. So it's quite intransparent today. Third, there's no normalized form to orient and guide rail travelers into making smarter decisions, making ultimately decisions that achieve the corporate's net zero roadmap in the area of corporate lodging. And lastly, there's no displays today of information in the booking tools or procurement tools that corporates use. So this is why we started off with the research. We first looked into what global hotel groups, but also regional hotel groups have made investments in the space. And interestingly, there's already a lot of investment going in the area of working more sustainable and reducing emission footprints. However, when we screened the various reports and campaigns and programs from hotel groups globally, we found that oftentimes the baseline figures and baseline information is very hard to identify. And then the metrics and methodologies used to report are not really comparable from one hotel to another or one hotel group to another hotel group. So these investments ultimately are not really tangible and accessible to corporate decision makers. On the other side, we see approximately more than 200 agencies offering certification, footprinting, and offsetting services to hotel partners. Those agencies usually work for profit at a quite high cost for hotel partners on an annual basis. And when they provide certifications of footprinting and offsetting services, then very often we find agencies that do not conform to the global standards that the corporates on the other side of the marketplace are reliant on. For example, the GHG protocol, ISO standards, or the gold and Vera standard on offsetting projects. So with the Green Stay initiative in its initial version, we introduce a normalized footprinting capability to all hotel partners globally. All hotel partners globally can now, online 24/7 available to them, measure their footprints in the area of carbon emissions, water consumption, and waste production at the property. These footprinting services are fully compliant with the greenhouse gas protocol scopes and the layout around how and what needs to be measured here. And the footprint results, the KPIs, are then analyzed for an anomaly detection, as this is a self-assessment basis. And lastly, the footprint KPIs are used in a local benchmark within a destination among all the hotels available in that destination in order to grade hotels on their footprints in the destination into the efficiency classes A, B, C, and D. All the hotels receive their own footprint results as well as a certificate of completion. And if these hotels also on top of that achieve the best efficiency class grade, A, then they will be labeled with a premium label throughout the HRS platform, especially in booking tours, in order to guide travelers into the hotels with the lowest footprint in the destination they are seeking to travel to. So on the procurement solution side, we basically can see here, we'll make this a little bit larger, how now aside of the usual rate components, the distance, the rating of the hotel, further room rate information, as well as clean and safe protocol compliance. Now we will see here for each hotel the new Green Stay column and information of the efficiency class and grades. And when we hover with our mouse, we can actually see the breakdown into the three classes of energy, carbon, water, and waste, with the subordinary grades achieved, as well as the actual footprint figures of the hotel. We can also directly access here further certifications that the hotel has achieved or sustainability programs that the hotel implements locally in the property and its operations. On the traveler side, as said, we display Green Stay labels for those hotels who achieve the lowest footprint in their destination on the HRS proprietary tools, but also on the connected indirect tools, online booking tools such as SAP Concur, on the hotel name labeling. We also set forth this labeling on the meeting tools, so on the HRS meeting RFP system and instant booking systems, as well as the attendee access links on the HRS event online booking tool. Last but not least, and probably most important, the HRS reporting system, it's KPI Cockpit, but also the API real-time data feeds now are going to provide the procured grades and footprints on the averages on a destination, supplier group, or business unit perspective, as well as the actually realized grades and footprints based on the traveler's choices and bookings they made. And that information then can be automatically ingested on a per room night and booking basis into the internal corporate's carbon P&L systems. So to sum this webinar up, there are various benefits for the traveler, the corporate, and the hotel partner in joining the Green Stay initiative. The traveler benefits from transparent information about which hotels provide the lowest footprints in the destination. The travelers receive validated and normalized guide rails throughout the booking tools in a very fragmented market. The corporate, on the other side, benefits from normalized information and the data feeds that they can really use in the internal carbon P&L reporting in an audit-proof and verified manner. And very last, the hotel benefits from a free online footprinting service that complies with all global standards and ultimately corporate needs. The hotel receives competitor benchmarking in the destination in order to identify how good their footprint performs and whether they need to seek for initiatives to further reduce it. And lastly, they receive free marketing support through certificates, through stickers, online widgets, and ultimately the Green Stay labeling in the HRS platform. So with that, I would like to thank you for your attention in this webinar, and please reach out to us at any time if you have further questions. Thank you.